Every AI engineer job posting wants machine learning experience, but here is what they don't tell you. 80% of AI engineering is just a backend development with some extra steps. AI engineering, let's talk about AI engineering roadmap and how it is different, what you are doing right now and what you will be doing. You can compare both these code, right? This is your current code and this is what the AI engineers are writing today. Look familiar, right? That is because it is the same thing for you. I'm not going to tell you to quit your job and learn calculus. I'm going to show you how your Node.js, Python, Java experience, or whatever the stack you are already doing, that is already making 70% to the job ready for the AI engineering role. Honestly, I'm also a backend developer writing APIs, microservices, cloud, and all, but I myself consider 70% job ready for the AI engineering role because it's not like rocket science. It is 70% what you are doing right now plus 30% the AI engineering mechanisms, right? So by the end of the video, you will have a complete 6-month roadmap, no fluff, just the exact skills, the exact order. So let's get section one. So AI engineering versus ML engineer, right? So this is what the difference is. We need to understand what are these things: AI engineer and a ML engineer. First, let's kill the myth that is costing your time. You don't need to become a ML engineer to work in AI. ML engineer, what they do? They train the models from scratch, need depth mathematics, linear algebra, calculus, works with the PyTorch, TensorFlow, creates the AI. But AI engineer uses the pre-trained models via APIs. You need API knowledge, you works with the REST APIs, SDKs, don't need more people training models. OpenAI, Anthropic, Google already did that. They already have the system in place. They need people who can build products with those models. Any guess what you already know? APIs, an HTTP, database, authentications, deployment, system design. That's literally the AI engineering job description, which you already have 70%. Now, let me show you the exact roadmap and stick around for the phase 3. That's where the real money skills are. So here we are talking about the complete roadmap, okay? 6-month roadmap, let's say. So you are a backend developer writing Node.js, Python or Java. What you need to understand in the initial weeks is API integration, these different models, OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, and the basic prompt. And that comes the second phase where you understand prompt engineering, streaming response, structured output, and then tool calling, RAZs, agents, and finally error handling, cost management, and all the advanced stuffs, right? So skills which you already have. I mean, I'm also backend developer, and these are the skills which I already inculcate: REST APIs, databases, authentication, deployment, and system design. So what additionally I need to add? Let's try to understand, right? I just need a REST 30%, which is LLM APIs, prompt engineering, embedding, vector DBs, and REZ pattern. So with this, I can bridge the gap of this 30% to convert it the 70% into 100%. You and me both are in the same boat because I'm also learning and growing with this. So phase one, we'll start talking about the API call, basic integrations with the OpenAI, Claude, Anthropic, all the existing API SDKs. Prompt pattern, streaming, RAZ agent, production pattern, and specializing and building the portfolio for you. Let's talk about the foundation. Get comfortable calling the AI APIs. No pressure, just explore hands-on coding, right? We have OpenAI SDK, Claude SDK, Gemini SDK, or multi-provider wrapper, right? I mean, there are many SDKs which are available. So you can just write a simple Express or a Nest.js API endpoint, because I know Nest.js, I know Node.js, I know Java, I know Python. I can write it, the simple APIs and the post summarize, post translate, post code review. Simple endpoint, and what you are going to do with these is build a small mini project with the chatbot, Slack bot, code review APIs, and document, and I mean simple bot, right? What you can do is in the week one is the AI provider mastery in their SDKs, their APIs, how you can integrate, how you can call those APIs, OpenAI, Anthropic, Claude, and Gemini, right? Install SDK because we are going to install NPM module, set up API key, whatever the free version or the paid version, call the API, get the response and show it nice and clean, because at the end you will just send a prompt, you will access the OpenAI with the API key and you will get the response. I mean, there is a that nice and good joke which I heard, which I see everywhere. I mean, 50 to 60% startups in the AI are just doing simple accessing the open AI and existing AI platform, writing a wrapper and providing you the new product, right? So this is what the SaaS products are doing. They are calling the existing models, AI models, and giving you what you need based on the product needs, right? And how do I do that? I mean, there are SDK documentations available, but it's mostly all of those are providing these SDK, which internally call the APIs openai.chat.completion.create, anthropic.message.create, model.generate content, something like this. So you can just practice these skills, access these APIs, and get ready. Now, in section 2, let's go beyond just accessing the AI APIs, right? So, here you need to understand the prompt engineering, streaming the response using server sent event, real time output, better UI UX, structured output in the JSON response, schema validation, type safety, and keeping the context when you are sending the conversation to the AI. Context window, message history, message pattern, right? So prompt engineering is all about system prompt define AI personality. What you just need to do, you need to have a prompt engineering so that you can get a better response. I mean, you are writing a simple garbage text to the AI, obviously you won't get the right thing. Consider these two prompts, right? One, you are saying write code to parse JSON, result generic may not fit your need, and you are changing it to something like this. You are a senior Node.js developer, write a TypeScript function that safely parse JSON with the proper error handling, include JS docs, add proper commenting and all those things, and it should be a production ready code, right? So that gives you more engineered output and what you need. Now streaming the response, because obviously you will be accessing the AI APIs, and obviously you need to have a conversation setup. So you need to have a streaming response. User send a message to your APIs will use the API keys to access the AI model, and it will give us the chunk of the response. Your API need to stream that response using server sent event or whatever, because user is again typing, user is sending something, then again the whole cycle will start, right? So better UX, predicted speed, and cancel options. You can stop the long response. You might have changed the prompt while sending something, right? Structured output like John 35 engineer at Google. So I just need a name, age, company title. Unstructured text, AI with schema, structured text, and your application will be happy to receive it. You need to do the little bit of prompt engineering so that you can extract the content really helpful in a proper structured format. If you look at this code, what we are doing, we are actually doing a AI integration simple. I'm just using this model and sending the role and sending this particular message and receiving the response from the AI like this. So this is the first integration with OpenAI, then Anthropic Claude. Ask Claude, okay, this is the model, this is the token and maximum token you can consume, and this is the question. Similarly for the Gemini, Google Generative AI, and you are just sending this chat prompt. So these are the SDKs which are already out there. You just need to install the module and start consuming them. So the phase one of this particular section the phase one of this roadmap is all about the AI integrations, and then phase two is the prompt engineering. You need to write a prompt in such a way that you can get an expected outcome in the expected way. So phase two is actually critical skill where you stop being a tourist and become a local, right? So these four skills will make you more valuable than 90% of developer trying to get into AI. So the first thing is the prompt engineering. So prompt engineering, last example we have seen, prompt engineering is not being clever, it is about being clear to the AI. So this is a simple some simple example of the prompt engineering we have already seen, like giving a proper thoughts like what you need and what you already have, and then giving a proper prompt and analysis. Sometimes we also need to manage the context and the history. So this is just a simple which is also managing the context and the history, because when we are in the conversation, we should be able to manage the context of the previous chat so that AI understand, okay, this is the context that user is looking for. So here comes the phase one and phase two is fine, right? Phase one, AI integration. Phase two, prompt engineering and conversations, server sent events, the engineering, superpower, and the prompt engineering. Those are the core. And the phase three is the real phase, right, where you see the job openings and the AI engineering being addressed, right? It's not like, okay, you understand all those things. Yes, you are out of those, you are one of the AI engineering, but the job market which is targeting these two aspects, RAGs and the agents, this is the place where you need to be good at in this particular journey, so you can get something productive out of it. Integrating AIs are one thing, but now building and creating something valuable product out of it can happen when you have RAGs and the agent learning source. So what is this RAG, right? So RAG is a retrieval augmented generation. It's a technique developer used to make AI system like chatbot, copilot, where you can have a conversations and you can get appropriate answer. What RAG means, the simple explanation is, normally an AI model only knows what it learned during the training, like the model which has been trained. That means it is outdated. It can hallucinate and make things up which you don't expect, right? So RAG fixed this by adding a retrieval step. User asks a question, then system searches in a database or a document like PDF, website, and company data. It retrieves the relevant information which is required for you. That AI uses that info to generate a better answer. Let's say without RAG, you are doing something like this. AI knows nothing about your company, your context, your documentation, your product, and all. With AI answers from your documentation, from your database, from your structured response, from the PDF and all. So it become an instant product expert, right? So what a typical RAG pipeline, when we talk about the RAG pipeline and all, it's like the whole system, embedding, then vector pin code, then chunking strategies and all. RAG has a whole together the whole learning stack, right? And then AI agent, right? So AI agent like available tools for the search, calculator, file access, web scrap, or send email. These are the agent which can do the minimal task without the human intervention, right? The important part is how RAGs works, right? RAGs typically pipeline looks like, okay, data injection, load the document, split into chunks, embedding, convert the text into vector using embedding models, and then vector database, store embedding into the Pinecone, Waviate, and Fuzzy. And then the retrieval, when you user query that, it finds the similar chunks and it generates the data out of it. Send retrieval context, user query to LLM, LLM generates and grounded the answer. Now finally, like, why we should learn it, because this is the core of the AI. Connect LLM into the real world private data. The important part is the private data, right? If I want RAG for my private organization info, I can attach LLM. It reduces the hallucination which is giving the wrong answer. You can build a chatbot, search tool, and copilot. Chatbot is not a new concept. Avoid retraining large models, so obviously it is cheaper and faster, right? So this is where you need to be trained and good at. Now the next job is making it production ready. Whatever the product you have made, whatever the feature which you have made, make here your backend skills will be required, right? Retry logic, fallback provider, circuit breaker, and all, because you are relying on RAGs to build the outcome, and RAG needs to have a context, right? It can look for your data and all these things. So here comes the real skill of backend, where you can manage the security, observability, cost control, and reliability. Once you have it, you are a perfect AI engineer ready to be roll out in the production. Okay, so this is like a summary. I'm also learning a lot of things and try to inculcate as much as possible.